Alright, ladies and gents, thanks for joining. We are going to be playing some Dead by Daylight, but first, before we do, it's interesting because PUBG actually has Dead by Daylight in it, and they actually have a custom mode that we're going to try out just so we can make sure that we get the Dwight Unknown skin that comes with this crossover. You can actually get it in Dead by Daylight by doing the event that is in PUBG, and we're going to talk and show that to you so you know what to do going forward, because it's actually quite easy, but the information is not super great. So let's dive right into it. I'm actually going to show full gameplay from start to finish, and then we'll finish that match just so you get an idea of what it's like, because it is kind of interesting. And then we'll go into Dead by Daylight. Alright, and this is my character that you've got here. And we'll just go ahead and show the capture there. As you can see, I've got Legion's mask, and there's actually a few things you can actually purchase in the store, which is pretty cool. Even Legion's kind of jacket and stuff like that, which I'll go ahead and equip, as well as his torso. There's a bunch of other things that have come up as well. They've got the clown, obviously the huntress, trapper, and Legion, of course. And you can get all that with their in-play currency. Alright, so the way it works is if you haven't played PUBG before, it's actually quite easy. It's free to play now. The one thing I will tell you is that you won't be able to get into this mode until you've actually completed the tutorial, which actually is not super hard and difficult, but it does take a little time because all these modes are actually locked until you do so. And you just go into basically just a training mode here. It'll actually tell you that you have some tutorial missions, and you'll need to get about 5 of those finished, which is usually like killing like 5 AIs, drinking an energy drink, and all that stuff. It's not a bad idea. It just gives you a good understanding of how to actually do it. So once you do that, then you're going to see this right here, and you're going to select this guy here, which is PUBG and Dead by Daylight. And believe it or not, long story short, you can read all of this, but it's actually pretty simple. It's essentially the same thing as Dead by Daylight. The only difference is that it's in PUBG's engine, in their engine itself. You could play as a survivor, you could play as a killer. As a survivor, you can throw a stun grenade, you can use a toolbox, you can use a med kit, and a smoke grenade to disorient and blind the killer temporarily. While the killer, instead of putting survivors in hooks, they actually put them in blue zone lockers, which is considered their sacrifice. It countdowns just the same, and again, they'll get notifications and stuff when they get out of the box, rescued, whatever. So you can have a squad of 4. It doesn't take very long to actually happen. So what you need to do is go ahead and hit start when you're ready. But before we do that, there's one other piece of rule that's actually quite important that you need to do. And that is whenever this little thing kind of... Let's see if I can make it move. I don't think it's going to. There's actually a website you need to go to. Once you're logged into PUBG, you got to make sure that all your login and everything, so like your Steam and everything, is done. Once you do that, you select this little box up here to the top right. I'm going to go ahead and show my full desktop video. And then what you do, it's going to take you to this site. And what you need to do is, here is actually all the things that you get. If you play one round of PUBG, in PUBG Dead by Daylight, you'll actually get an outfit for Dwight, which is called Dwight the Unknown, which actually gives you a code to actually copy so you can redeem it. You play five rounds, you actually get Dead by Daylight killers, PUBG sprays, and you get a nurse's mask PUBG skin if you reach 10 cumulative kills as the killer. So 3 things for free that they give you. What's most important, though, is before you actually start a match, you need to actually select this button here, the Start Mission button, in order to actually participate and for it to actually count. It's really weird, it's really strange, but it's how they make sure that you're actually doing the things that you need to do to actually play the game. So let's go ahead and go back to the game, and then you'll get to actually see how it actually works. All right. Now that you hit start, it will tell you that button will change and say that it's ready to go and you're starting. Now, go to this part here. You can add people as your friends if you want, or you can just play by yourself. But you're going to hit start, and then it's going to prepare for you, just like you're seeing here. There's only one, well, there might be a few different killers, but the difference is the killer in PUBG is going to have a weapon. They can slice just like they can with a knife. And again, you can actually select which role you want to play. So we're going to select Survivor for this. But in this case, you're going to obviously have the gunslinger there that is in Dead by Daylight. He's going to be the killer for this one. He'll actually have the rifle to actually shoot after you. He'll have the attack button, which is used to use his knife to swipe at you. You can also attach 2 sticky bombs to the walls and press a button to detonate them. But overall, there's no Moris from what I understand. It's just survival, and it's just actually committing the survivors to those boxes, or lockers in this case. But yeah, this is the map while we're waiting. The map has generators, just like this person's trying to punch me in the face, just like that. And it looks, they don't look actually half bad. This is, of course, in the PUBG engine. So, but yeah, there are things like you can jump over stuff. They actually do have, you know, these pallets to actually move over. They're kind of leaning in a way that's kind of weird, but they do work, and you can actually cover these areas. And guess what? It works the same way. You hit F to repair, it starts repairing. You're going to get a notification when you need to actually do a skill check. It's definitely not as loud, though. Very delayed, very difficult to get sometimes. Yeah, see? You can self-heal. There is a way to do that, but it's kind of hard to loop and get around these guys, that's for sure. Alright, we're going to self-heal now. Skill checks are very delayed, and they're very wonky. So there is a little bit of a challenge. Just because I don't think their engine was really made for something like this. Oop. As you can see. There's the exit there on the left. You can hear the heartbeat. Oh. That's how you put down a pallet. I don't think there's a whole lot that comes to jumping around, but maybe. We'll see. I think the killer can see scratch marks, but... Again, the engine's very different. But as you can see, it's got the icons and everything on the left. They actually did a pretty decent job adapting this. I'll give them that, because it's hard to adapt engines and stuff like that with this. Oh, hello. Oh. that one guy used a grenade of some sort. Yeah, this team's actually, even though there's only 3 of us, I thought there was 4, but I guess we had a disconnect. I'm a little bit shocked. The last team I was with full 4, they sacrificed everybody. We didn't make it. But yeah, as you can see, there's some blue boxes there. Those are actually the, those are some of the item boxes you can go to and get those items. Let's see. Wow, they're going to town, dude. See if we can get one. Oof. Oh, man. Some of these skill checks are terrible. Oh. Better save the man. I don't think you can drop down without hurting yourself, so not gonna do that. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Oh, he got me that time. Oh my. The other person just went ahead and escaped. Wow. And there you have it. That's a full match of Dead by Daylight in PUBG. Alright, so very important. Now what should happen is once you've completed a match, which it can be a win or it can be a lose. You don't have to actually win. Once you do that, it's going to take probably about 2 to 3 minutes. It took a few for it to happen. This button will change to red, and then you can actually get your code. And then once you get your code, and then we'll go ahead and kill... We'll go ahead and destroy that one, and we'll go back to me for a minute as I bring up Dead by Daylight. And then once you do that, you just go to Dead by Daylight store and enter in the code, but I'll just walk you through that real quick. I have to say, I really like the fact that they have a PUBG skin in Dead by Daylight. It is kind of cool because it's literally a costume, but it looks really cool on Dwight. I'll give him that. So, and then of course, what you do next, just take that code, pop it in there, and then you'll actually get the Dwight Unknown Pubg Skin. So that's what's pretty bad